The rain poured harder than ever, drumming against the roof of Emily's luxury car. Her engine had died in the middle of a deserted road outside town. She checked her phone, no signal. The wipers squeaked uselessly, and thunder cracked across the sky. Cars sped by, splashing muddy water onto her door, but no one stopped. Her designer heels sank into the puddles as she stepped out, waving helplessly. Nothing. Of all days, she muttered. She had a flight to catch, and a business deal worth millions waiting. Just when she was about to give up, she heard the faint rumble of an old pickup truck pulling over. The door opened, and a man stepped out, clothes stained with oil, hands rough, a face lined from long hours of work. "You need help, ma'am?" he asked. Emily hesitated. He didn't look like someone she'd usually talk to. I think the engine's dead," she said. He nodded, grabbing a small toolbox from his truck. "Let's take a look." As he bent over the hood, rain soaked his worn jacket. He worked quietly, patiently, his breath visible in the cold air. Emily watched him, torn between discomfort and gratitude. 10 minutes later, he wiped his hands on a rag. "Try it now," he said. She turned the key. The engine roared back to life. Her eyes widened. "How did you?" He just smiled. "Sometimes, ma'am, you don't need money to fix things. Just heart." Emily rolled down her window, rain still trickling down the glass. "I don't even know how to thank you," she said, handing him a few bills from her purse. The man shook his head. "Keep it, ma'am. You looked like you needed help, that's all." She frowned. "But it's pouring. You got soaked because of me." He smiled faintly. "I've been wetter than this before. Name's Tom. Got a small repair shop just down the road. If your car acts up again, stop by, no charge." Something about his calm tone and tired smile made her pause. "Do you always help strangers like this?" Tom shrugged. "Most folks just need a little kindness. I know what it's like to be stranded and ignored." As he spoke, Emily noticed the roughness of his hands, the frayed cuffs of his shirt, and a small photograph taped to the dashboard of his truck, a little girl with bright eyes and pigtails. "Your daughter?" she asked. Tom's eyes softened. "Yeah. Her name's Lily. She's sick, needs surgery. I've been saving up, but it's slow going." A flash of guilt washed over Emily. Here she was, worried about missing a meeting, while this man, who barely had enough, had just refused her money to help a stranger. "Tom," she said quietly, "you really don't want anything?" He smiled again, rain dripping from his hair. "If the world gave a little more without expecting anything back, maybe it'd be a better place." She stared at him, speechless. As he climbed back into his truck and waved goodbye, Emily sat frozen in her car, realizing she hadn't just met a mechanic, she'd met a man rich in ways she'd forgotten to value. The next morning, Emily couldn't shake the thought of Tom, the mechanic who'd helped her without asking for anything in return. His words echoed in her mind. If the world gave a little more without expecting anything back. Her meeting had gone perfectly, but the victory felt hollow. The rain, the roadside, that man's tired eyes, they haunted her. That evening, she drove back down the same stretch of road until she spotted a faded sign. Tom's Auto and Repair. The shop was small and cluttered, a single light glowing inside. Tom was there, working under the hood of an old car. He looked up, surprised. "You again? I wanted to say thank you, properly this time." She handed him an envelope. He blinked. "What's this?" "Just something to help. For your daughter." He immediately shook his head. "I can't take that, ma'am. I told you." "Please," Emily interrupted. "You didn't even know me, and you stopped in the rain. Let me do this." He hesitated, eyes lowering. "You really don't have to." "I know," she said softly. "But I want to." Before he could reply, a small cough came from behind the door. A little girl peeked out, pale, fragile, holding a small teddy bear. "Daddy, who's that?" Tom smiled faintly. "Just a kind lady, sweetheart." Emily knelt beside the girl. Hi, Lily. Your dad's a hero, you know that? Lily giggled shyly. I know. Tom's eyes glistened. He finally took the envelope with trembling hands. Thank you, he whispered. Emily smiled. No. Thank you for reminding me what real kindness looks like. As she drove away that night, she didn't just feel lighter, she felt human again. 2 months passed. The city was blooming with spring when Emily received a small letter in her office. No return address, just her name written in careful handwriting. Inside was a photo, Tom and little Lily standing in front of a hospital, both smiling wide. Beneath it were just 3 words. She's walking again. Emily's hands trembled. She called the hospital written on the back of the picture. The nurse confirmed it. A mechanic named Tom had paid for his daughter's life-saving surgery in full. Tears filled her eyes. She didn't tell them the truth, that she'd been the one to quietly cover the rest of the costs after Tom refused her money. She didn't want credit. She wanted him to believe he'd done the impossible. Later that week, Emily drove back to that same old road. Tom's repair shop looked brighter somehow, the walls freshly painted, a few kids' drawings taped to the door. Tom came out wiping his hands. Well, look who it is! He laughed. You heard the news? Emily smiled. I did. How's Lily? She's home, running around, can't stop talking, he said proudly. I still don't know how it all came together. Some anonymous donor must have stepped in. Guess miracles still happen. Emily looked at him, eyes glistening. Maybe good people just attract miracles. He smiled. Then I hope the world's got more like you out there. She shook her head gently. No, Tom. More like you? As she drove away, the setting sun painted the road gold, the same road where a poor mechanic had once stopped for a stranger. And somewhere deep inside her heart, Emily knew, sometimes, the richest souls are found in the humblest places.